At 8:46 on the morning of September 11th, 2001, the United States became a nation transformed. An airliner traveling at hundreds of miles per hour and carrying some 10,000 gallons of jet fuel plowed into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in Lower Manhattan. At 9:03, a second airliner hit the South Tower. Fire and smoke billowed upward. Steel, glass, ash, and bodies fell below. The twin towers, where up to 50,000 people worked each day, both collapsed less than 90 minutes later. At 9:37 that same morning, a third airliner slammed into the western face of the Pentagon. At 10:03, a fourth airliner crashed into a field in southern Pennsylvania. It had been aimed at the United States Capitol or the White House, and was forced down by heroic passengers armed with the knowledge that America was under attack. More than 2,600 people died at the World Trade Center. 125 died at the Pentagon, including VSU alum Major Wallace Cole Hogan Jr. 256 died on the 4 planes. The death toll surpassed that of Pearl Harbor in December of 1941. At this time, I'd like to introduce Dr. Lewis Levy, President of Valdosta State University.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we commemorate the almost 3,000 deaths due to hate on 9/11/2001. We here at Valdosta State University were in shock. I remember the day like yesterday. We decided as a community to keep on doing our business, to keep on learning that day, to keep on carrying our business forward, but always remembering these 3,000 deaths due to hate. 4 airplanes crashed, and right now I would like us to commemorate all of those people who served so bravely during that time. I would like all of the police officers, any present, firefighters, first responders, the medical teams, all of those people, let's recognize them, please. We especially recognize our military personnel, all veterans, active duty military personnel, for doing their duty that day and every day to keep us safe indeed, so that we can have a ceremony such as this. I had planned to focus in on Flight 93, the one that crashed in Pennsylvania, particularly the heroic acts of civilians, 3 or more civilians, who attempted to take control of that plane to keep it from crashing into the White House or the Capitol, probably saving hundreds and hundreds of lives in so doing and bringing that plane down in Pennsylvania. These civilians were regular people, just like us, but they were doing their duty, a sense of duty that really prevails in American society. So what can we learn from this? I think we must resolve to lessen the level of hate in this world. That doesn't mean we support every act of every culture. It means that we try to reduce the amount of hate. We support those that do their duty, that perform their duty day in and day out, including those that perform community service. For that service helps to reduce hate. We should resolve, as part of our duty, to listen more and talk less in the day-to-day business of politics and community interaction. And certainly we should resolve to do our duty to support the families of those who lost their lives in the service of our country in the performance of their duty. And finally, we should expect numbers of people to do their duty in the protection of our country. So at this point, I think it would be appropriate to have a moment of silence and the lighting of the candles. I would like to thank Blake Rothamel, VSU Marching Band, playing taps. At this point, I would like to thank all of you for attending. And if you would, please extinguish your candles. Please bring them up and put them in the box.